We try to make it horse friendly.
Okay.
Okay, and they have to enter the same way you do at a dressage test. I'm not giving an 8 or 9 if it's really straight, but it tells me something about the balance. So that's why we use it.
Change rein, working trot. A, serpentine with 3 loops. Between F and A, working walk. No, you're good. K, X, M, change rein, medium walk.
Yeah, that's short.
Okay, normally if you do that in a dressage test, you get -2, but for us it's no problem.
Between C and H, working trot. E, 20-meter circle, working trot.
Drink down there in the can. No.
B4, E, working canter, and continue canter in left lead. B, 20-meter circle, working canter, lengthening a few strides on the circle. Between C and H, working trot. F, X, H, change rein, medium trot. B, 20-meter circle, working trot, allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward. B4B, shorten the reins. F, transition to walk. K, transition working trot. E, 20-meter circle, working trot. B4E, working canter, and continue canter, right lead. B, 20-meter circle, canter, right lead, lengthening a few strides on the trot. KXM, change rein, medium trot. Between K and A, transition to working walk. A, down center line. Between X and G, halt and salute.
Thank you.
Okay, Willy, now we had this part, and then we always give some remarks to the riders, some points that they can try to take with them, like we did with the first one in the canter. In the second part, what would you give her with her to try to influence a bit?
Yeah, to influence a bit, I think this was said in more like a dressage test, you know, and so I would ride her a little bit more up, and also like in your medium trots, you can easily do trot rising if that's easier, yeah, instead of the trot sitting, yeah, and then in the, especially in the canter also, you know, maybe slow it down a hair and that he just comes a little bit more up in front, yeah. I think the horse is really nice in the connection over the back, he's forward, so I think there's no problem of doing that, yeah, so it'd be an easy, quick change, yeah.
You want to say that it's really friendly presented, and it's nicely on the age, and she can ask a bit more.
Yeah,
that's
more,
what you're saying. Then see if you can put it a little bit more on the hind leg, maybe the ears up a bit. Could you do a short part of trot and then a transition to canter where you try to do that? Maybe make some small. No, you can do a little bit of trot and then go into the transition and do a bit of canter and then back to trot again. And try to keep all the nice things that you have, because if you're going to change something, don't throw away the good things. That's a really important part. And in that nice part that you have, try to reach the hind leg a bit more to say, come on, it's your work day. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And she's eager to work. You can see it in the first part as well. She really wants to do it. So you can try to ask it and go a little bit forward and back again. That's it. Good. And back, and then again, a little bit more hind leg. Back, hind leg. Yeah. Don't just take it back. Say, come, push it up. Yeah, push it under. That's good. No, doesn't matter. Say, good girl. Good. And that's the difference with a dressage test. In a dressage test, you don't want hiccups. You can have a little hiccup in the IBOP. Doesn't matter. Good. Push your hind leg a bit. Good. That. For sure. And then as well as you go forward, your hand a little bit more forward. See if she wants to reach and stretch a bit in the front as well. But keep asking that hind leg to work today. That's it. Needs to work. Can you see what a difference it is, huh? In the first part, I was like, okay, nice. And now you're thinking, it's a really nice horse. And that's what you have to do when you do the IBOP. This is a really, really good example. In the first part, you're like, okay, normal gaits. And now she's changing in 3 seconds. And hind leg, come, hind leg, yeah. She needs to work, good. And then a little bit back. And if you don't want to do it too much with your rein and she's maybe a little bit less responsive on your seat, make a little circle. She will come back in the circle, but keep pushing the hind leg, because that one needs to work. Hind leg, and she comes back. Think about passage, don't do it, but think about it, because you want the power in it. That's it. Let her show the power. Without getting tension, ask her to work a bit more. She has 23 hours off again. That's it, good. Nice. And then back and push the hind leg. Better. And that's what they have to keep in mind. You come back, but you want the engine to be on. Way better. Do you feel the difference in what we mean? Good. Nice, thank you. Do a little bit of rising trot and let her stretch and patter. Really. And that's what I in the second part, if there's no DG bar cup, I like to teach a bit. Because you can change so much. And that's why we wanted to do this and show you guys that what she did in that second part, that's what we want to see. We want to see that you help your horse to show itself in the best stability, and don't do a flawless test and let it sleep. It needs to present itself, and it's okay if there's a little hiccup. We don't want tension, we don't want pressure, but there wasn't pressure here. She just asked it to work, and that's okay. I need to work every day as well. What's different, Willy? Huh?
Yeah, big difference. Yeah, big difference, and that's where you can see also. Sometimes if you see your score, yeah, then you almost have to see it yourself in order to really justify it, you know, because sometimes you don't know how the horse was, and you say, oh, that's a low score or a high score or whatever, but you have to see it because you see two different horses.
Yeah, but honestly, when we were standing here, I thought I have to tell Willy that it's going to be difficult to get his breeding product at the end of the IBOP.
Yes.
Luckily, she changed, Willy. I'm a bit more happy now. But it can diverse in points, huh? You can stand there after the test thinking, oh, it's going to be difficult. And then you see the second part, and you're like, hey, hang on, it's a really nice horse, and you can make a lot of this horse in the future. And that's the importance about, we have to find out how it is. And they don't all have the same rider, and they don't all have the same training and the same management and the same education. But in the end, we want to know what's the capacity that that horse has got. And this one showed a huge difference.
Yeah, no, but I mean, again, you see, I think, a complete horse with ability to collect, a horse that's self-motivated. Yeah, he's very supple. Yeah, and the rest is development. Yeah, and then you know, and that's the same what we saw with the 4-year-olds. Yeah, and there's not a huge difference in evaluating the gaits. This one, you can push him on a little bit now and say, hey, ride him a little bit more uphill because the horse is older and has more training. Yeah, but in the way of evaluating the gaits, yeah, they all were very easy to evaluate. Yeah, and
I think I like the mindset, the goal, the most of this mare. I like that. I really like it. She you could see in the test, and then it was a bit over maybe as she really wanted to be eager and hungry to work, and then if you see how quickly she changes, I like that. That's really good information if you can do that fast. Okay, she won't do a huge step like that every day. You're not that lucky. But in the end, it's nice if they give you a present like that.
Yep.
Thank you for showing that. Really, really nice.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. And it's a compliment for her as well, because in the end, it's good training if you can change it like that. Huh? If it's able to change fast, there's a good basic.
Yeah.